Pretty fun having Jimmy on our team. Yeah. He's an amazing player. The ability to get fouled, it just settles the game for us at key times. But I'm most impressed with his passing. I just think his passing changes everything, connects the game. And he does it from anywhere. He'll dive down to the post, catch it down there, or he'll pass off the dribble, or he'll just make the quick swing. So the skill, the strength, the ability to get to the free throw line, and then, in the end, goes beyond that. It's just his presence out there. He's a lion out there. He is a force.
The Golden State Warriors have been making headlines recently with their acquisition of Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. Head coach Steve Kerr has now provided his first comprehensive assessment of Butler's impact on the team. This evaluation comes after Butler's initial 4 games with the Warriors, offering valuable insights into the team's new dynamics and future prospects. Since Butler's arrival, the Warriors have shown a marked improvement in their performance. They have won 3 out of their last 4 games, bringing their overall record to 28-27. This places them in the 8th position in the highly competitive Western Conference. Steve Kerr, known for his strategic acumen, has been closely observing Butler's integration into the team. His assessment of the 6-time All-Star is overwhelmingly positive. Kerr stated,
"Yeah, Jimmy is, he's a real deal, just a complete basketball player, methodical, under control all the time, plays at his own pace, never turns it over, sees the game, and then can get to the line frequently. So great closer."
Kerr's praise extends beyond Butler's individual skills. He emphasized Butler's role as a game closer, albeit in a distinctive manner. Kerr elaborated,
"Great closer, not in the traditional sense where he's going to be Kevin Durant and make 4 straight mid-range jumpers, but it's more of a complete game. Get to the line, make the right pass, get somebody else an open look, get a defensive stop, get a rebound. He's a fantastic player."
What did you make of that starting unit tonight with small group and then with Buddy going to the bench and positive starting lineup?
Yeah, we felt like it was the right time to do it. I think Brandon has played so well over the last couple of weeks that I think he needs to be in the...
Butler's statistics since joining the Warriors substantiate Kerr's assessment. In his first 4 appearances with Golden State, Butler has averaged 21.3 points, 7.0 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and 1.3 steals per game. His shooting efficiency stands at 44.6% from the field, and he's attempting an impressive 10.0 free throws per game, converting 85% of them. In a more recent 2-game sample, Butler's numbers are even more impressive. He's averaging 22.5 points on 45.8% shooting, with 5.5 rebounds, 5.0 assists, and 2.5 steals in 30 minutes per game. One of the primary concerns following Butler's acquisition was his fit within the Warriors' established culture. However, Kerr's comments suggest that these concerns were unfounded. Kerr said in a radio interview, "He's been great. He's right in the middle of the card games on the plane with Draymond Green and Steph Curry. There seems to be a lot of laughter in that locker room. He's a very charismatic guy." Kerr further emphasized the positive energy Butler brings to the team. "It's great timing. He needed a change. He had a great run in Miami, and he was ready for something different, and we needed a burst. And you can feel that it's a good fit both on the court and in the locker room. He just has a really good energy about him. He's thrilled to be here. The guys are happy he's here, and there's a sense of confidence that he can really help us get to where we want to go." Draymond Green, a key figure in the Warriors dynasty, has also voiced his approval of Butler's addition to the team. Green referred to Butler as a franchise changer, stating,
"He's a franchise changer. He's done that everywhere he's gone, and he is helping revitalize what we got here, the belief amongst this team now that he's arrived as opposed to what it was before he got here. It's night and day. We let one get away last night, but this one tonight we would have lost. But just having a guy like that changes everything for us. So after 4 games,
One of the most significant impacts Butler has had on the Warriors is in their ability to close out games. Kerr highlighted this aspect, saying,
game for us. We think Jimmy's presence and skill is going to allow us to finish games much better than we have so far this year. So tonight was a good example of that, and hopefully a sign of things to come.
Are you seeing a chemistry build between the three, Draymond and Stephen? And how would you assess Jimmy after, what is it now, 4 games, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy is he's a real deal, you know? I mean,
This improvement was evident in the Warriors' recent victory against the Houston Rockets. With just 4 minutes, 42 seconds left in regulation, and the Warriors leading by only 4 points, Butler initiated a 9-2 scoring run that sealed the win for Golden State. Butler finished the game with 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, demonstrating his all-around impact. Interestingly, Kerr's comments on Butler included a comparison with former Warrior Kevin Durant. While acknowledging Durant's ability to close games with his scoring prowess, Kerr emphasized Butler's more comprehensive approach to game closing. This comparison gains additional context when considering the Warriors' recent attempts to bring Durant back to the team. Reports suggest that the Warriors had a trade in place for Durant before the deal fell through. Kerr addressed this situation, saying, "I don't blame Kevin one bit for not wanting to rerun things here. He took so much sonnet for like, oh, you're jumping on the bandwagon, and then he's finals MVP 2 years in a row. It's like he still gets criticized." Stephen Curry echoed Kerr's sentiments, emphasizing the importance of mutual desire in team composition. Curry stated, "You need everybody to be all bought in no matter what the history you have, and I respect KD. It's just, you want to make sure somebody wants to be somewhere. Other than that, I'm not trying to convince anybody to be somewhere they don't want to be." Kerr further reflected on the situation, saying, "I think it all worked out as it probably was supposed to. For Jimmy, it's a fresh start. For us, it's a different vibe, different look. Kevin didn't feel a reunion, so it wouldn't have been healthy for him to come here, or for us if he didn't want to be here." Following his trade to the Warriors, Butler made a significant commitment to the team. He declined his $52.4 million player option for the 2025-26 season and instead signed a lucrative 2-year, $121 million extension. This deal keeps Butler with Golden State through the 2026-27 season, demonstrating his long-term dedication to the franchise. Butler's arrival has necessitated adjustments to the Warriors' playing style. Kerr noted that while Butler doesn't fit the Warriors' traditional identity as a three-point shooting team, he brings a skill set that impacts winning in other ways. The Warriors are adapting their offensive strategy to maximize Butler's strengths.
You don't turn it over, and then when you get in the half court, organize. Get the ball in Jimmy Butler's hands, make sure you space, share the basketball, cut, screen. So I think they're starting to really get a nice dynamic of playing fast, but also when it's not there, Zena, to really get organized in the half court, make sure you get a shot on goal.
In their recent game against the Houston Rockets, the Warriors secured a 105-98 victory. Stephen Curry led the scoring with 27 points, while Butler contributed 18 points and 8 rebounds. This win improved the Warriors' record to 28-27, placing them in the 10th spot in the Western Conference standings. Kerr's assessment of the game highlighted the team's improved execution in crucial moments. Kerr said,
"You know, we had the one turnover when Steph tried to throw it over the top, but about 3 other plays where we executed really well. And, Jimmy got the layup off from Dre. Got a couple of other plays where we got, a good look or, free throws, and that allowed us to set our defense up. So, it's good to have to finish the game that way. Obviously, you always prefer a blowout if you can get it and rest guys. But, we have to learn how to close games. I mean, we have not done that well. And we didn't do it well last night, obviously. So that was an important.
The Warriors' defense also showed significant improvement, particularly in forcing turnovers. They capitalized on 20 Rockets turnovers, converting them into 25 points. This defensive effort was led by players like Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski, who showed great defensive footwork and aggressiveness. As the Warriors enter the All-Star break, there's a sense of optimism surrounding the team. Kerr expressed his excitement about the team's potential, stating, "I'm excited because I think we've got a lot to look forward to." The addition of Butler, combined with the expected return of Jonathan Kuminga and the continued leadership of Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, positions the Warriors as a formidable force for the remainder of the season. However, challenges remain. The Warriors' frontcourt is undersized, and their three best players, Curry, Butler, and Green, are all 34 or older. Despite these potential obstacles, Kerr and the Warriors remain confident in their ability to compete at the highest level. The early success with Butler in the lineup suggests that the team has found a winning formula, potentially setting the stage for another deep playoff run. Kerr believes that the trade for Butler was the best possible move for the Warriors. He stated, "I think ultimately it was obvious we needed a change in this season. We were kind of stuck in mud, and this seems like the best possible move we could have made. And I give Mike Dunleavy a lot of credit. He's done an incredible job since he's been here under difficult circumstances. But if you think about the guys he's traded for, the guys he's drafted, we've got a pretty good group, and it's exciting." Butler's transition to the Warriors marks a new chapter in his career. Prior to the trade, Butler had expressed a desire to get his joy back from playing basketball. This sentiment was evident in his debut with the Warriors, where he stated, "If you can't tell, I'm very, very joyful."
And we are hearing from Mavs ownership about this trade. Patrick Dumont shared his thoughts on the general manager, on Luka, and he addressed still furious fans. Here's Sydney Persing.
Mavericks fans have made it crystal clear. It's over! They are still frustrated.
It's just so stupid.
Furious.
What about the fans? What about the fans?
And also fearful for the future of their team.
Sell the team! Sell the team!
In his first interview since the blockbuster Luka trade, team governor Patrick Dumont told the Dallas Morning News that the rumors and theories his team plans to move the team to Vegas are simply untrue.
In a recent interview with the Dallas Morning News, Patrick Dumont, governor of the Dallas Mavericks, addressed the controversial trade of superstar Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. This trade occurred on February 1st, 2025. Dumont's comments, his first public statement since the trade, have added fuel to an already heated discussion about the future of the franchise. The blockbuster trade saw Luka Doncic move to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for 10-time All-Star forward Anthony Davis, guard Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. This move came as a surprise to many, given Doncic's status as a franchise cornerstone and his recent success in leading the Mavericks to the NBA Finals just 7 months prior. Contrary to the widespread criticism, Dumont stands firmly behind the decision to trade Doncic. In his interview, he stated, "It's hard to make tough decisions, and it's hard to make the right decisions when they're tough. And it's easy to do nothing. But when you want to pursue excellence in an organization, you have to make the tough decisions and stand by them and keep going." Dumont emphasized that the trade was a necessary step towards building a culture focused on winning multiple NBA championships. He reiterated his faith in general manager Nico Harrison and categorically denied that the trade was financially motivated.
Dumont went on to say he believes teams win with focus, character, culture, and with players who have the right dedication to working as hard as possible.
When asked if he truly believes the Mavericks are better after the trade, Dumont responded, "I do. Look, it's been an emotional week for everyone. It really has. I clearly understand that, and I really appreciate that." Most striking aspect of Dumont's interview was his emphasis on team culture and work ethic. He stated, "In my mind, the way teams win is by focus, by having the right character, by having the right culture, and having the right dedication to work as hard as possible to create a championship-winning outcome. And if you're not doing that, you're going to lose."
And if you look at the greats in the league, the people you and I grew up with, Jordan, Bird, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, they worked really hard every day with a singular focus to win. And if you don't have that, then it doesn't work.
He called Luka out on the way out.
Nick Angst.
He added, "That's who we want. I'm unwavering on this. The entire organization knows this. This is how I operate outside of basketball. This is the only way to be competitive and win. If you want to take a vacation, don't do it with us." While Dumont did not explicitly mention Doncic in these comments, many have interpreted them as a critique of the former Mavericks' work ethic and commitment to winning. There had been speculation that the trade was motivated by financial considerations, particularly in light of Doncic's eligibility for a $345 million Supermax contract extension. Dumont firmly refuted these claims, stating, "The trades we made this past week were about improving our basketball team for the reasons we talked about. None of this was about finances." He further explained, "This is not a resource consideration. For people who understand the NBA, and I know you do, the salary cap is basically the cap. So this is just a risk allocation decision, right? No problem signing someone to the Supermax, it's just a portion of your cap. So it wasn't an issue. Happy to do it if it's there, no problem." The trade has sparked significant backlash from Mavericks fans. On the day of the team's first home game following the trade, a Rally for Luka fan throng massed outside the American Airlines Center. Frustrated and shocked fans stormed the arena and surrounding areas with "Fire Nico" and "Sell the Team" signs all around the Dallas-Fort Worth streets. Dumont acknowledged the emotional impact of the trade on the fan base, saying, "I want you to know I really sympathize with all of our fans who feel hurt. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Luka is a Mav for life, and I really wish him nothing but happiness and success in his career as he continues in LA." It's worth noting Doncic's significant contributions to the Mavericks franchise. Acquired as the third pick in the 2018 draft, Doncic quickly established himself as one of the best young professionals in the league. He won Rookie of the Year in his first season and made it to the All-NBA first team every year after that. Moreover, Doncic led the Mavericks to their first NBA Finals in 13 years during the 2023-24 season. Doncic's career average of 28.3 points per game ranks third in NBA history. In the current season, despite playing only 22 games due to injuries, he was averaging 28.1 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 7.8 assists per game. Dumont provided some insight into the decision-making process that led to the trade. He mentioned that he was more involved in roster improvement discussions with Harrison this year compared to the previous year. The trade discussions with the Lakers reportedly began on January 7th, when Harrison first met with Lakers GM Rob Pelinka about general trade parameters. Dumont said he doesn't recall specific timeframes of when Doncic trade discussions became serious, but his level of involvement appears to confirm what Doncic's agent, Bill Duffy, told the Dallas Morning News. "It was done at the ownership level. We understand it's business. Harrison told the News the trade was his doing, and he alone in the coming years should be judged by its on-court results." However, Dumont said he co-signed on the trade and emphasized his faith in Harrison was well-earned. Dumont said, "I've said it all along. In Nico, we trust. You have to respect the track record. You have to respect his intellect. You have to respect his relationships and his judgment and his point of view and the way he communicates. I respect that. Our whole family respects it." In response to rumors about potentially relocating the team, Dumont emphatically stated,
"Are simply untrue.
Dallas Mavericks are not moving to Las Vegas. There is no question in that. That is the answer unequivocally."
Dumont went on to say he believed
he further emphasized the Adelson-Dumont family's commitment to the Dallas community, saying, "We're going to invest in the future. We're going to invest in a new home for the Dallas Mavericks. We bought the Dallas Mavericks. We're keeping them in Dallas. We're committed to Dallas, and we're committed to our fans as the Dallas Mavericks. And that's where the team will stay." Dumont added, "We had options to buy other teams in the past, but Dallas was the city that we wanted to be in, and that's where it's going to be." While Dumont stands firmly behind the trade, former majority owner Mark Cuban, who still holds a minority stake in the team, seemed less enthusiastic. In a recent public appearance with Bill Gates, Cuban made a thinly veiled reference to the trade. Cuban asked Gates,
"If after you left Microsoft, you found out that Steve Ballmer traded Windows 11, like the new hot operating system, for Windows 10, the Hall of Fame, but older operating. What would you do?"
I might have to hide from the press.
I know a couple other people that are in that situation.
Gates replied, "I might have to hide from the press," to which Cuban nodded and said, "I know a couple of other people that are in that situation." Anthony Davis, the key player acquired in the Doncic trade, made a strong debut for the Mavericks. In his first game, he recorded 26 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks, leading the team to a 116-105 victory over rival Houston. However, the excitement was short-lived as Davis left the game in the third quarter with what was later described as an adductor strain. His absence could potentially stretch to a month, presenting a new challenge for the Mavericks as they fight to maintain their playoff position. As of the trade, the Mavericks held the 8th spot in the Western Conference with a 28-25 record. The team now faces the challenge of integrating new players and maintaining their competitive edge without their former superstar. Dumont remains optimistic about the team's future, stating, "All of our actions, everything that we do, is about improving our team with a goal to win championships."
The biggest thing in the NBA today, the potential debut of Luka Doncic. The Lakers are hosting the Jazz tonight in crypto, and Doncic was acquired for Anthony Davis just over a week ago. That shocked the entire world. Now the Lakers, they've been hitting their stride recently, winning 5 straight by an average of almost 19 points per game.